1. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction. If I sound a little bit off, it's because it's cold outside and it's cold in here. Gotta love near winter time. But Fireball is back and he luckily doesn't have to deal with the cold.
Yeah. The cold is a bitch.
Someone's doing a best impression of one of the characters for today. Speaking of which, what are we watching today?
We're watching Rick Sanchez versus some piece of shit. I don't know who fucking cares.
It is Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor. We have Rick and Morty versus Doctor Who. So,
Yeah, I don't give a shit who that is.
So drop in the action for a second. How do we know both Rick and the Doctor?
Well, Mate said in his reaction, I too have watched Rick and Morty up until season 3, I think. It then stopped for whatever reason.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with Rick myself, and I'm not too big on Rick and Morty. I think it's a good show conceptually, but the fan base kind of puts me off from it.
Oh, is that why you don't like the show?
Yeah, the fan base can do a lot to impact the show you want to try to watch. And in the other corner,
sometimes.
In the other corner, we got the Doctor from Doctor Who.
And I'm guessing neither of us have watched Doctor Who.
I have seen a bit of the Doctor, because again, thank you to Saber Comics for having another watch party. And we watched the Day of the Doctor with David Tennant and Matt Smith, and David Tennant is one of the goats.
Oh yeah. I've heard he's a good person.
Yeah. He seems like a really nice guy, but Doctor Who gets really insane. As you heard, my brain hurt after Kira was explaining everything on Lads. Speaking of, who are we going with for Rick versus Doctor?
Honestly, I've had this debated in the server that I'm in, and most of the people say that the Doctor wins this. Or he should win it if they don't lowball the Doctor.
So are you going for the Doctor?
Not really. I want to let the analysis
Clue you in.
Go first, yeah.
I am going with the Doctor on first thoughts. I think Sonic Screwdriver go burr. And the Doctor's fucking batshit.
Yeah.
But, shall we get into this?
Let's go.
A 3, a 2, a 1, a play.
Rick Sanchez, the Doctor. These brilliant geniuses dominate the cosmos, but who would win an all-out brawl? He's Wiz and I'm Boosted.
Very simple intro.
And it's our job to analyze
That's
their
a surprise.
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, Rick.
Everything about Morty Smith's life was perfectly average. Average house, average family, average school.
Maybe slightly below average intelligence.
But everything changed the day his grandpa Rick came home.
Yeah, in style. Because Rick Sanchez is
If by style you mean crashing into the garage, and yes.
He's easily the smartest man in the universe, and its most dangerous
Oh, yeah.
criminal. He spent years on the run from the Galactic Federation,
70, but
going on
moves
adventures
like a
across the
mid-40
multiverse.
guy.
Who cares about the emotional trauma from abandoning his daughter, right? And then he took her son and put him in life-threatening danger. Bye!
Also
Thus
likes
formed
McDonald's.
the greatest duo of the generation, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, mostly Rick. Morty's the cannon fodder who smuggles grapefruit-sized seeds up his ass.
What?
And that's just the first
Oh,
of his...
yeah.
Rick is an unparalleled inventor.
Phil told me about that
He's
first
ready to face
episode.
even the squanchiest of alien foes.
He's got your usuals. Laser gun, invisibility belt, shrink ray,
Mr. Meeseeks box. Okay, they're using that.
As well as some weirder things, like a Mr. Meeseeks box, which can summon an infinite number of irritating temporary life forms that will
Omega
work
device,
tirelessly
Operation
to accomplish
Phoenix.
a given task.
Or a
Interesting.
series of android decoys that are so
I'm manipulator.
creative it, they don't even
Time,
realize
huh?
they're decoys.
Thanks for the tip.
Which leads them to create decoys that create decoys and so on.
Rick's gadgets can erase your memories, manipulate and travel through time, and even make a surface true level.
What?
As in perfectly flat, something normally mathematically impossible. So beautiful that experiencing it for only a moment before returning to non-Euclidean space can emotionally scar you for life.
He can even
What
inject
the
you with
fuck?
his
Okay, then.
genetic info and instantly
Oh.
chest burst a clone of himself
What?
from inside you, like a pasty
He-
alcoholic xenomorph. What the hell?
Rick and Morty travel the universe in the space
It must have been in
cruiser.
season 4 or
Powered
later.
by a microverse under the hood, this compact starship comes equipped with laser cannons, a fishing line that can tow a
At
solar
least it's a
system,
spaceship.
and a unique artificial intelligence.
With all that crazy sci-fi gear, Rick and Morty's
Define
adventures
unique.
were absolutely bonkers.
From disentangling a time loop created by alien snakes to battling the metafictional story lord to Rick turning himself into a pickle to avoid
God
family
damn it.
therapy.
This guy would rather battle
Pickle
the Russian
Rick!
mafia as a vegetable than address his feelings.
Actually, pickle's a fruit.
Because
Thank you,
boy,
Wiz.
oh boy, does he have a lot of them.
Behind the fart jokes and wubba-lubba-dub-dubs, Rick harbors bitter emotional agony.
Way back when, in a completely
Shit.
different
Shit.
universe, the Rick we know had a happy life until another Rick from another universe took it all away, the bastard.
But
Oof.
like me, Rick
Oh.
is a true
Hey, it's Dummy!
inventor, and this tragedy spurred him to craft his greatest creation, the portal gun.
My scans indicate it creates holes through all aspects of space-time, allowing Rick to travel anywhere in the multiverse.
Ooh.
It sounds exhausting.
It can do more than that. It can slice you in half, set up traps, and even...
Whoa. Goodbye,
Coming
dummy.
out of your paycheck.
Nuh-uh.
See you next
Decades
season?
of traveling the multiverse hunting down men who ruined his life darkened Rick's heart. He began to ask himself, if there are an infinite number of universes with an infinite number of each person, how did any individual life matter?
Sounds like he's
Hooray for
overthinking it.
depression.
Like the time he
Oh.
accidentally turned all of
Okay.
humanity into horrific Cronenbergs. He and
Cronen
Morty had
what
to
now?
escape to a parallel universe where they swapped
Yeah, I remember
places
that.
with recently deceased versions of themselves.
Ugh.
What does that do to a person?
Yep.
Makes him badass. When Rick found the interdimensional council of Ricks, he
Makes
kicked
him
their
badass,
teeth
they
in.
said.
Like
Also
they
Scar,
say,
your
he's
grandson.
the Rickest Rick of them all.
That he is. Just touching the hem of his coat can activate his energy shield or even induce instant death.
Dead.
Yes, instant. No, it isn't explained
Oh.
why. Though considering this reaction, it's likely a chemical released through the coat's lining.
Rickest Rick, Wiz. He's dodged an orbital space laser from
Yeah.
just a few feet away. He's so smart, he figured out he's in a TV show. Yep, really.
Perhaps
What?
most mysterious is Operation
Okay.
Phoenix, a series of clone bodies that
Well,
his
well,
consciousness
right,
can be uploaded to upon his death. Despite eventually taking it offline, his mind is still connected to every other Operation Phoenix across the multiverse.
Giving him an infinite number of extra lives, even if some of them are shrimps and fascists.
Some of his devices can destroy the Earth.
What is
the
this show,
universe,
man?
Even numerous alternate timelines. He actually did that just to manipulate the stock market.
Though underneath
course
the
he did.
drunken god complex, there's still a glimmer of the family man Rick used to be.
Well, as much as he insists that love is just a chemical reaction in the brain, he does care about his daughter and grandkids. And Jerry, sometimes.
He's
Sometimes.
taken on an alien Zeus, the president of the
Yeah.
United States, and the actual devil, even exiting the bounds of fiction into
Yeah.
reality, fighting Jesus
give it to ya.
H. Christ himself,
the fuck,
and
man?
meeting Joseph Campbell.
What?
Talk about a hero's journey.
Challenge Rick at your will. He might look like a scrawny, drunken septuagenarian, and he is, but he's also
Septuagenarian?
somehow the greatest warrior in the universe.
And you can lick his balls.
Doctor.
But right, we're just your average school teachers with a less than average student. Susan was odd, almost like an alien.
Odd?
And when they met her grandfather and his police box, they found out why.
They were aliens, and
Yes.
that police box was the TARDIS, a 2-in-1 spaceship and time
See, I'll admit,
machine.
Rick has a
Thus,
better
they were whisked away into
spaceship-like
the
looking
stars,
spaceship.
kicking off over half a century of
Yeah.
timey-wimey adventures with a revolving cast of companions like Sarah Jane Smith, Rose Tyler, the Brigadier, Amy Pond, and so many more.
Complete
get
with
used
the
to all
cheesiest
those names.
special effects you've ever seen.
This madman with a box had a name he would never
Oh,
tell,
okay.
and a history he would always run from.
Also
He
these
was
effects.
only known
God damn, I've
as
heard.
the Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Exactly.
Doctor exactly?
Though the Doctor's origins are shrouded in mystery, we know they were born several thousand years ago and earned degrees in cosmic science and higher
Likes jelly
dimensional
babies,
physics.
But
bow
he got
ties, and
bored with the
companions.
stuffy
Just likes
Time
apples,
Lord
bureaucrats, and
bureaucrats,
Daleks.
stole a
Got it.
TARDIS and explored time and space as a runaway. Who can
Okay.
forget those adventures chasing dinosaurs on a spaceship, dueling Robin Hood with a spoon, or
Spoon.
shoving Hitler in a closet?
Yeah, we know it's kind of weird. It's British.
But if you don't know who,
Goddamn the Brits.
you're probably wondering, who are all these people? A bunch of old guys, young guys, a lady, and one of the Three Stooges. What?
The Doctor is a Time Lord
Oh.
from the planet Gallifrey. Time Lords may look human, but
Gallifrey.
couldn't be more different. Not only do they have two hearts, they literally experience time differently. They
Yep.
can see past, present, and future
Time
all
Lords
at
are
once.
wacky.
They can resist temporal phenomena such as time stops and can tamper with fixed points in time. They're effectively acausal beings.
This makes them super hard to predict and nearly impossible to erase from any timeline. They can even
Ooh.
breach the bounds of space and talk directly to you. Yes, you at home.
More fourth
Hello
wall
there.
breaking. Gotta love
Time
it.
Lords
Okay.
are practically walking Deus Ex Machinas. In fact, a lot of them would be proud to be called that.
Yeah, the Doc ran away for a reason. Time Lords are a bit dodgy.
The Doctor has hypnotized with a glance, resisted mind control, survived deadly radiation, and even learned transmigration. As in, the ability
What?
to summon an object out of thin air.
Oh, that's what
Sounds
that's
crazy,
called. Oh,
But
okay.
it's apparently standard fare for Time Lord Academy.
But the reason why there are so many doctors is that Time Lords have a funny way of cheating death.
Upon receiving
Funny
a
is an
fatal wound, the
understatement.
Doctor undergoes regeneration, gaining a new, healthy body.
It's way more than that. While reloading, the Doctor has regrown lost limbs, become strong enough to knock down steel doors, and even weaponized his own time energy.
Downside being, if a Time Lord dies during regeneration, that ends the process permanently.
To date,
Yeah.
we've seen
Oh,
14
okay.
versions of the Doctor, plus a few extras mixed in here and there. Hell, by the time you're watching this, you've probably seen the 15th. Or the 16th.
The experiences each
Yep.
Doctor gains changes and affects the next Doctor, and the next, and so on. Each Doctor maintains the same memories, but with an all-new personality.
Some like bow ties, some like jelly babies, some kick butt with Venusian karate, and some really hate the monarchy. Probably
What-
because
what the-
they're werewolves.
okay.
But they
Don't
always
ask.
have one thing
This
in
is
common.
British.
They are British!
Well, one other thing in common. The Doctor always enjoys the thrill of adventure, and they've got plenty of tech to help, like the sonic screwdriver. Utilizing sonic waves to manipulate nearby objects, it can pick locks, cause detonations, and fry circuitry. It's sort of a Swiss Army plot device that
Okay.
can hack its way through most
It's
problems. The
Swiss
perfect
Army
pacifist tool
sci-fi
for
knife,
resolving
basically.
conflict.
Its only weakness is that it doesn't do wood.
What?
Or turkey.
Wood.
Though considering it can destroy machines, disrupt molecules, and even erase memories, I'll take it.
The Doctor doesn't often carry weapons. There's an invisibility watch, a time travel ring, psychic paper that tricks basically everyone, and perception filters that prevent others from noticing certain things, even people.
My
But
God.
the Doc does reluctantly have a
Okay.
few weapons stored away, like the dematerialization gun.
It might look slapped together
It looks
with
like a
Hobby
harpoon
Lobby
gun.
pipes, but the DMAT can literally erase you from time. As in, it causes
Oh.
you to have never existed in the first place.
But if you never existed, then the gun would have never needed to fire, which means you weren't wiped from existence.
Invader Zim?
Which means the gun would need to fire, which means...
Dummy's dead.
Did you say something?
Again.
That's not the only time erasing tool in the Doctor's box. But we gotta talk about, you know, the box. Shabby blue police
box.
box
Uh-huh,
on the
the
outside.
TARDIS.
Incredible time machine that's bigger on the inside. This is the TARDIS.
The
Yay.
time and relative dimension in space is a sentient ship that
Oh, that's
travels
an
space and
acronym?
time with
That's kinda
ease.
cool.
It's strong enough to tow
I didn't know that
planets, powerful
either.
enough to stop antimatter from destroying the universe, and
I'm
tough
sorry,
enough
what?
to tank lightning from Zeus. Yes, the god Zeus. It can even adjust its
Huh.
interior to an infinite degree, both in terms of space and time.
So, if the TARDIS doesn't like you, you might get lost inside it forever. Don't
That's
piss off
scary.
the TARDIS.
Or any of the Doctor's enemies. Some of the universe's
Oh, okay.
deadliest monsters. Cybermen, Zygons, Weeping Angels.
And the Slitheen, the big chunky aliens that took over 10 Downing Street. And couldn't stop farting.
Even when the Doctor prefers not to resort to
Okay.
fisticuffs, he's tough enough to survive bolts of lightning that vaporize an ordinary human. He's even dodged half a dozen disintegration rays, while also improvising several thousand calculations in a matter of nanoseconds.
Yeah, the
Hot
doctor's
damn.
Whoa,
super smart.
okay.
So smart, his brain once powered a 1,000-year-old supercomputer.
The Doctor's outwitted cosmic entities like the Great Intelligence, the Time Lord Nemesis, the Master, and apparently the original Satan. Who
Hello.
isn't even the most frightening alien in the multiverse, because that would be the Daleks.
All right, bear with me here. They may look like trash cans with plungers, but they
'Cause
can
they are.
exterminate anything that gets in their way, even all of space and time, like when they battled the Time Lords to extinction in the last Great Time War.
A war that showed a darker side to the Doctor. Thrust into a conflict that put all of reality at risk, the Doctor became a warrior, a soldier, a killer.
A side of him that had always been there, hiding just under that cheeky grin.
Now we
Finally,
get
in
to
a
the
single
depression.
moment, the Doctor pressed a big red button to end the war and all of Gallifrey once and for all.
As much as he didn't like the Time Lords, the Doctor cares for life above all things. So genociding
Yeah.
his own people
Yeah.
was the worst thing that could possibly happen.
As the last of the Time Lords, the Doctor proved to be the most dangerous person in the universe. Isolation threatened to turn him into the very type of Time Lord he despised.
Hence
a
why he's
master
always
who
changing
controls
companions.
the laws of time. The Time Lord victorious.
And God help your immortal soul if you piss him off. If he's desperate
Oof.
or if you threaten his friends, you won't be prepared for how far he'll go. Like trapping you in every mirror in existence, imprisoning you in the event horizon of a
Whoa.
collapsing galaxy.
Okay.
Or suspending you in time to be used as a scarecrow.
Fortunately,
Yeah.
Gallifrey wasn't destroyed. It turns out the Doctor, all of the Doctors, saved the Time Lords, but just forgot about it until time could catch up to them. It's complicated.
Still,
Yeah,
even
that
their
was in the
big
day of the
battle
Doctor.
turned out to be a dub in disguise. That's how you know
Ah.
you're fantastic.
But a Doctor's job is never finished. Without
Bam.
witness, without reward, you'll never know when they'll show up to save the day. But if you happen to be up against the Doctor, there's really only one thing you can do. Run.
Clever.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data
Okay.
through all possibilities.
Goddamn.
He didn't switch it up.
For a death battle!
Oh.
Okay.
And
So-
pause at 1440. Okay. How are you feeling?
So, I was told some of the things that they mentioned in that server.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in, and including the regeneration part, and I with all the stuff that they told me in both here and the server, I think the Doctor's got this.
Yeah, I still am convinced of the Doctor. Bill, I know is gonna go for Rick and Morty. Go for Rick because he's a big Rick fan, but I think Doctor might have it. Granted, Rick has a bigger arsenal than Doc does, but
Yes.
don't think Rick can figure anything out about the Doctor to stop his regen. I don't think there was anything in his show that's close to a Time Lord. Whereas Doctor's fought similar stuff to what Rick has fought.
Yeah, and more.
And also, I do think Doctor has the
No.
intelligence advantage, because during that disintegration ray thing, they were like, he's doing multiple calculations while dodging, so I'm thinking he might be smarter.
Yeah, that's another thing that made me go for the Doctor.
Yeah, I'm fully convinced that the Doctor should win this.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, are you ready to see this? Because you've seen the preview and it looks good.
I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, time battle, play!
Oh, jeez, Rick. It was my fault.
Shut the fuck up, Morty! I
Oh,
knew
they
Time
censored
Lords
it from
were
the
suicidal
preview.
morons, but I
Fair
didn't know
point.
they never invented rearview mirrors.
Are you sick? You're the one who hit me. Oh, go on.
It's
I'm
funny
busy.
because the person voicing the 14th Doctor has
Son of a
voiced the
bitch,
10th
he's
Doctor
ignoring
before.
me.
More on that later.
Oh,
Also, there was
All
Space
right.
Hawaii in the preview. I have to go back and see if it was in this animation.
Holy
Preview ends here.
Keep Morty safe.
What are you... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wee!
No. Oh, what did they do to you?
What?
Yep. Oh man.
An arcade.
Fine. Queensbury rules?
Arcade battle. And
Keep
cameo
clicking,
drop.
asshole. Maybe you'll find a good joke
Hey,
on the
Bill.
ground next to
And
you.
Oh,
Columbo.
there's Bill Cipher.
On guard.
Sword versus spoon.
Oh, Stitch it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at those arcade machines later. God damn. There's a
Yeah.
lot of references.
Oh, this place looks fun.
He's using the spoon.
I like little shops.
I like little shops. Look with your sword. Ow! I'm loving the sci-fi background music. Oh! Oh, we're back here again.
Now we're down here.
Well,
Weeping
make as
angels.
much as you can. They're scared of rapid movement.
Bye.
Motherfucker.
Oh, all the rigs.
What? What?
Oh, damn. It's cool we're going inside the TARDIS for this fight.
Oh, you brilliant old girl. Switching rooms around. Fantastic.
Ooh. Ow.
Oh!
It's
Damn.
fun to be the class clown till you get shot. Now hurry up. I got a grandson waiting on me. He won't die an idiot like you.
Oof.
I know your type. The nihilist know-it-all. But through all this wibbly
It's the regen.
whiny rubbish, there's one thing you never quite understood. I'm the doctor, and I don't want to go.
Oh,
Oh! Ooh!
what is going on?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh! Wait, what?
ooh.
Oh!
And they're all gone.
Oh, yeah.
Quite an impressive craft, Morty. You built it yourself?
I guess so.
Then you've got a bright
You guess
future
so.
ahead. Don't be a cynic.
Goodbye.
Morty, if you forget me, I'll haunt your ass.
Who the fuck are you?
Well, Doctor wins.
Oh, live by the portal.
All right.
Die by
Nice.
the portal.
Let's break this down. First off, Rick and the Doctor could both dodge lasers, making
True.
them pretty even, so neither could reliably win a quick draw.
Also, neither have shown any consistent signs of strength all that different from an above-average human.
Okay.
The Doctor could get a superhuman strength boost during regeneration, but that is fairly incidental. So as far as physical ability is concerned, neither had a significant edge.
Right.
But when it comes to weapons, Rick had way more deadly killing machines, a lot of which
Yep.
could wipe out whole planets, galaxies, and more. If he
Yeah.
could get the jump on the Doctor, he'd have a good chance of winning.
Of course, their similar speeds meant he probably wasn't getting that opportunity. There's no denying his firepower was superior overall, but that still had to contend with the Doctor's technology.
Yeah, despite all of Rick's crazy inventions, most of which could kill a normal person instantly, the Doctor matched or countered pretty much all of it.
Being
There
a
we
Time
go.
Lord meant he could resist any time-warping
Yep.
trickery Rick threw at him, and the sonic screwdriver could hack and
Hey,
even
I told y'all,
destroy
screwdriver
nearly
go
everything
burr.
Rick had. The Sonic has even disabled teleportation and time travel technology before, making it more than capable of hijacking Rick's portal gun, which has been hacked in the past.
Yes.
That gun, Rick was kind of a sitting duck.
Operation Phoenix makes killing Rick permanently almost impossible. But the Doctor's reality-altering tech like the DMAT meant there would be no Rick left to upload to a new body at all, effectively ending the fight in a single shot. And that was hardly the only reality-warping super weapon the Doctor had access to. The Doctor's technology presented a clear advantage.
Now
Right.
let's talk ships. This one's pretty clear-cut. The space cruiser was a deadly machine that towed a solar system, but the TARDIS single-handedly held off a universe-destroying event.
Yeah,
That's an
it's
edge
more
for the
powerful
Doctor.
than it
But
being a
perhaps most
phone
important
box.
of all was their experience and
Yeah.
intelligence.
Rick mastered
Yep.
space and time to the point of
The
becoming
Doctor
a
would have lived
veritable
over
god.
1,000 years.
But you can say the same for the Doctor, who is way older. It's kind of like the Doctor
Yeah,
has
over
been
1,000
Rickin'
years
for
older
many
at least.
times longer than Rick himself.
And when push comes to shove, the Doctor is just as experienced of a warrior as Rick ever was, if not more so.
11 spent 900 years battling Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, and more on Trenzalore and came out on top.
Right.
And don't forget how quickly the Doctor can formulate, calculate, and initiate plans. Like when he dodged half a dozen rays and improvised
results.
thousands of calculations in
His
his
fatal
head
flaw
to
was his
siphon the
arrogance
ray's
compared
energy
to the
into a
Doctor's fatal flaw being
teleporter,
recklessness.
all in a matter of nanoseconds.
Rick usually relies on being the smartest guy in the room. When he's forced
Yeah.
to battle people at his own level, he's often outsmarted, like with the Prime Rick or, gasp, a Morty.
Rick was a formidable
gas.
genius, but the Doctor's incredible technology, unmatched intelligence, and thousands of years of experience gave him the win.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
I bet Rick was absolutely mortified to lose.
The winner is the
All right, that was a good funny class for the Doctor. That was a fun episode. I liked
Yeah.
it a lot.
I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching.
What's
We're
next?
about
I did
to
too.
announce
I
the
heard it was
next episode,
controversial.
but before we do that, if you're not a Death Metal member yet, click that join button below. See what
It
you're
is
missing.
going to be. Oh,
What? Wait.
We're-
What?
we're doing this again.
What?
Goku versus Superman.
Didn't they say that they're not gonna be doing that anymore?
I will explain something to you in a moment.
The
But
fuck?
I don't think that's more so controversial, honestly. I don't think it's controversial.
I do.
Well, before we talk about Goku versus Superman 3, shall we talk Rick versus the Doctor?
That was a pretty good episode there.
I really liked the animation. It was a lot of fun. And
Yeah, it was.
And Elliot Crossley was his name, who voiced the Doctor. He voiced the 10th Doctor before. And they got a workaround to it because Ben said this was the 14th Doctor they were using in the animation. But they're both played by David Tennant, so... I think Rick sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
And I didn't think the death was going to be, like, graphic, but it was creative. Doctor's like, Alonzi, goodbye. It's like a magic...
Yeah. I don't know why.
He pulled a magic cylinder.
Oh, okay. And I don't know why, but I completely forgot about the 1,000 year lifespan thing.
Yeah. There was just a lot for the Doctor. Like, overall, to go over. But yeah, I think this was a really fun hand-drawn animation. There's definitely going to be some references. Go ahead.
I can't wait to get into that server and see what the people are thinking about the episode.
Right. Overall, fun episode?
Yep.
Alrighty. And as for next time, Goku versus Superman 3. Remember?
My God.
So remember back on the Cypher Wheel Fireball, I hinted that Vader versus Obito was teased because of stuff on the Cypher Wheel?
Yeah.
The Cypher Wheel has a recycle symbol, which can also mean to reuse. So people were speculating it was going to be characters that they've used before. So Goku vs. Superman 3 is the recycle symbol.
Why?
We are getting a rematch we haven't had in over 8 years. But I only feel...
Even though they said that they weren't gonna do a third part.
Well, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
I'm honestly not looking forward to this.
I'm mostly concerned because, okay, you can bring Goku back. That's fine. It wasn't for the fact he was literally on, like, less than a year ago, technically. So...
Yeah, I'm fine with bringing Goku back, but
Yeah.
against Superman a third time? Why?
Like, I get that people didn't vote for Composite Goku versus Composite Ryu, but this matchup was probably made before
I
that was
voted
on
for
the
it.
Well, I'm saying that this matchup was made up before they chose that for the Tournament of Champions, I think. But next time, we're gonna be watching Goku versus Superman 3. Which means...
Yeah.
I have an announcement that I can finally announce because I think Fireball knows what I'm talking about. The countdown to the finale is starting. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay,
me
yeah.
and Fireball are going to be checking out Goku vs. Superman 1 and possibly 2 if I can find a guest for it. Otherwise, it'll be just me and Fireball watching the first 2 Goku vs. Supermans. Because I do plan to have on different guests for the finales, but considering this one is coming out next, yeah, me and Fireball are going to be doing a rewatch of Goku vs. Superman 1 and Goku vs. Superman 2.
Be on the lookout for that one. Well, for those.
Yes. Be ready for it because it's going to be interesting. But thank you, folks, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction to Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor. I had a fun time with this episode, and I hope you did too. What are your thoughts on the episode? Do you agree with the outcome? And what do you think of the next time being Goku vs. Superman 3? It also would have been probably better if they announced like Xenoverse Goku versus like DC animated Superman, maybe? Would have been easier to handle?
I wouldn't have liked any sort of Goku versus Superman.
Well, with that being said, I will be sure to leave a comment down below because I love reading your comments. I will see you all later. Fireball, go ahead.
Sorry.